Welcome. This is Just Say It. We're coming at you.
What's happening, boys and girls? So today, I went to the Salvation Army thrift store. I don't know if this made it out earlier or not, so I thought I would redo it. I found this rock at the Salvation Army thrift store just down the street from my house. And on the back of it, it says, "Keep this rock or rehide it. Please post a pic to Facebook." I'm not sure what the address is, but you can see it. So, whoever you are that hit this rock, hit me up. What's happening, boys and girls? So, I'm going to have to come at you on a serious note this time. Amidst new allegations against the Catholic Church of molestation and inappropriate conduct with kids, I thought that I felt compelled to make this video right here and right now. Where there are new allegations, there are new victims. In 1982, here in Tucson, at a Catholic church not far from here, myself and two other guys were molested by Father Gary Underwood, who was eventually arrested. I want to put a message out there to anyone who has been the victim of or is currently being the victim of molestation. I've experienced it. There are no words. There's no fucking words. But know this, you are not alone. You don't have to be ashamed. None of it is your fault. And you need to feel free to tell someone. The problem with molestations is it gets ignored for so long because of shame or fear, guilt. You don't want to feel like people are going to look at you differently. You don't want people to think you're sick, like you have some sort of handicap. Don't buy into that shit. And don't destroy yourself over it. I spent the better part of my adult life and the latter part of my adolescence to anything and everything that I could get my hands on to numb it, to take it away, or to try to take it away. I have cut a swath through the people that I love with just the nightmare of addiction and just chaos that ensued in my life in the subsequent years after that happened to me. I can't believe I made it through it, to be honest. But this isn't about me. This is about you. If you're out there and you are experiencing this or have experienced this, hit me up. Let me know. Click on the link. Leave me a comment. Message me, whatever. We can talk. You don't have to worry. You're welcome here for sure. So that was just a quick public service announcement. Hopefully that will be of some use to someone, because it helps me heal too. You know what I mean? It helps me to help other people, so hit me up, and peace be with you. Say openly, honestly, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, though I am aware that I have no direct connection and I bear no responsibility, accusation, or liability for slavery. I know that my ancestors did. So, I mean, I'm sure of it. I can't imagine that they didn't. So, and even if not, true, if it's even possible that a white person has never come out and fucking straight up apologized for slavery, then check it out. To all my African American brethren and sisterin, slavery was fucked up, dude. We fucked up as a species. There's no way possible for any white man to fully comprehend the magnitude of slavery. We can understand it. We know what it is. We know that it's wrong. But I really don't believe that anybody has ever come out and just said, hey man, I'm sorry. I had nothing to do with it, nor would I ever. But I'm sorry. On behalf of white people who have hearts and brains and can think for themselves everywhere, allow me to extend you an apology, a sincere and heartfelt apology for the suffering of your ancestors. I hope that in saying this, I don't know what possible good it could do to tell you we're sorry, but we're sorry. We're ashamed. We're ashamed of the way that we treated your people. We're ashamed of it. That's why we get defensive about it. Because we're ashamed, and we should be ashamed. This is a white person telling other white people, think I'm not saying, getting a depression about it or anything, but just for a moment, can we take a collective moment of remorse for the actions of our ancestors? Like, have you ever walked up to a black person that you know and just been like, you know what, dude, it's so fucked up what happened that I don't feel like sorry cuts it. But please accept my apology on behalf of white people everywhere. I think that what was done was heinous, just beyond deplorable. But I'm here to say to you right here and right now that I apologize. I apologize for anything that I have ever made any person feel like I might be racist, because I'm not. But, if you were to have talked to me a couple of years ago, just in my normal conversation, racial slurs would have come out all over the place. I used to say nigga all the time. But you know what? I'll never say it again. I won't say it again because I didn't understand its implications. I do think it's ridiculous that nobody else can say it. I'm not sure I agree with that mandate. That I can't say it. I mean, I'll say it if I want to, but it's sort of lost its whatever it never had in the first place. And I can honestly say the only reason why I ever said that, or why I thought it was funny, or whatever I thought it was in the first, I heard it at home. My parents weren't racist, but my grandparents were. I mean, what are you gonna do? But it's like, I apologize for the suffering of the people that white people enslaved from Africa and brought to this country. And I am totally extending my heartfelt apology to anyone who has ever experienced racism from a white person. I can only apologize for myself, and I can only hope that other white people will stand behind me and be like, you know what, man, we didn't have nothing to do with it, but we're sorry. We're fucking sorry. Hopefully that helps somebody, at least you can know that one white person apologized to you for the atrocities that your people endured. But when you come around me, don't look at me like it was me, because it wasn't me. I see hatred towards me, towards white people, not just me, but everywhere. I hear it everywhere. Nothing but racism against white people. Now I guess it's just our turn to be the minority. And that's fine, but what you have to understand is it's a little late to be taking that shit out on us. But you know what I can say for my generation? is that we're behind you all the way. You know, us Generation Xers, we will be one of the last generations to have truly ever experienced that racism, that kind of racism. Not from a black person's perspective, but I can certainly look at it from a discerning white person's perspective and say that it was atrocious. So my apologies. We apologize. We do. Those of us who care do. Those of us who don't apologize, they don't even deserve another thought. And hopefully, the hatred that fuels those people will die with them. There's no more room for it. There's no more place for racism, slavery, sexism. It's time for us to grow up, people. Because you know what? Without all this hate in the world, don't you think this would be a lot funner place to? Don't you think that we'd all be a lot happier if we weren't so busy hating all the time? Let's talk about it. And you know, if you're going to say something meaningful.